Hey there, hi, welcome to the channel. I am Garrett, and today we are diving into the world of design influencers, viral posts, and the latest design obsessions taking over social media. Now get ready to discover the latest trends captivating the digital design community and hear what I have to say about them. But be sure after you finish watching this video, you share with me what you think. The first major digital design viral trend, the thing every design influencer is loving right now, is actually a sofa with low arms. So probably like 2 years ago, we were very much into the kind of extended back sofa, you know, a little bit more postmodern, like I have here in my studio where the arms on the sides are the same height as the back. That was kind of the thing, right? And then we got into the no arm sofa last year, which I love and I still do. I have a no arm sofa and I think it's beautiful. I absolutely adore this piece, but it may not be for everybody. Now, today, what is taking over social media is the low arm sofa, and actually low sofas in general, which once again, not for everybody. I like a low arm sofa. I think it's great. I really think all styles of sofa have really good qualities about them. For me, the low arm sofa is nice because it has a little bit more of a traditional reference, as where the no arm sofa is very modern and this kind of shelter arm sofa is actually very contemporary feeling. The low arm sofa has a classical reference, so I think it is very timeless, and it actually has an arm, it has a back, it's a classic, it's a normal traditional, I guess, sofa in the sense that it is a normal sofa. Maybe just a little bit above the seat height, and I think that is a more contemporary way to have this style of sofa. So I do think that's really wonderful as well. Influencers love it because it photographs beautifully. And what is also nice about the sofa is that you want your side tables to be a little bit lower than that arm or right at the same level. So you're actually getting smaller pieces of furniture, which are a little bit more affordable. And I think that's great as well. Influencers of all kinds of design styles are loving this sofa because not only does it have a modern feel, but it blends beautifully in with more traditional pieces of furniture as well. So you are kind of getting the best of both worlds with this. And as far as it being like revolutionary or, you know, innovative design, would I say it's that? Not necessarily, because I think it's always been around. This is like a classic style of sofa, just a modern take. So I do think it's really beautiful. We love a clean line. We love a simple shape, and a lot of these sofas have that. So I think it's something worth considering in your home if you're interested in that, if you're looking for that. Obviously, if you're looking for a sofa and you're struggling with that, I recommend booking a one-on-one private consultation with me. You can go to intro.co/GarrettLeChic or use the link in the description down below, and we can discuss all of your design and decorating needs and get you answered and get your space looking LeChic approved. Another major social media viral design trend that I'm seeing all over the place, it's hard to describe, and it's what I'm calling curves. Curved back sofas, chairs, seating, and I'm not talking about the curve in the actual shape of the seating. I'm talking about the top decorative detail. I'm seeing lots of curves and waves. I like this because it is kind of a fluid shape. It is not just a square back moment. And I think it's a beautiful reference. It's actually, you know, based off of a camelback sofa, which is super traditional in design and not for everybody. I do think a camelback sofa is great if you like that, if you have it, because once again, it's not just a simple square blocky line. But this new style I'm seeing, like I said, it's more kind of like waves. They're very busy. It's not like a camelback where you have one big arch in the back and then maybe it kind of continues up when it heads towards the arms. This is, you've got, you know, like symmetrical wave and curves all along the back of it. It is something we're seeing. It's very Crate and Barrel, very Lulu in Georgia. I'm going to link some of those pieces for you in the description box, and I definitely recommend you check them out. But I like this. I think it's interesting. I think it's a great classic reference, and that's always something I like. Do I think it's kind of trend driven? Sure. I do think it could be very timeless in the right situation, in the right person's home. I think it's all about how much of this you're doing though. And you want to have that kind of one statement moment or a reference point in maybe another part of the home that kind of relates back to this. And I think that's a really good way to bring this into your space and have it feel timeless. It's kind of like boucle, where people had, you know, every single thing in their living room is boucle, and it's like, it's a little much, you know, and then it got kind of dated quickly. I don't want to see this happen with these great curved back pieces because I think it's so beautiful and I really do enjoy it and like it. I'm seeing this in upholstery as well as wood, and I think that's fun. I think it's interesting we're seeing it kind of in two different places. It has that classic reference that I always like to see, and it is something super interesting. You can see this on dining chairs, on stools, sofas, all over the place, any sort of seating really, and I think that's one of the best parts about this is that there's a lot of variation. But if you want to see the best curves around, boy, have I got something to show you. Cornelius! Cornelius!
Oh, Cornelius, what are you doing down here? You were supposed to come and say hi to us upstairs. You didn't want to go up the stairs, huh?
Oh yes, I know. I know, the life of a bull. Isn't it a rough one?
Yes, you're such a sweet boy. Is there anything you'd like to say to everyone? Is there anything you'd like to say?
Oh, everyone should take a moment and hit the subscribe button, become a part of the LeChic family, and join us. Yes, I absolutely agree. And they should give this video a like too. That's such a good idea. Oh, thank you for sharing.
Hey, would you like to give me your paw?
Oh, thank you. You're such a sweet boy. Okay, we're gonna let you get back to your nap and we're gonna get back to the video. I think it was 2 years ago that the color of the year was a soft and delicate green. And I said at the time, it was not a trend. This is like a classic color that people love. It's gonna be around forever. But that being the color of the year sparked a love of green in the design online community that we have never seen before. And I love it. I mean, I love the color green. It's classic, it's nature. I'm looking out of my window now and I'm seeing a plethora of green. So it's a very classic color, but green is trending and has been for the last couple of years and will continue to do so. And I think that's really great. The tone of green I'm seeing that people are really gravitating towards are sage-based French greens, kind of a muted apple tone. I think these are gorgeous. I think they're beautiful. My bedroom is this color and I love it because I think it's really classic, but it has a big impact, a statement in a subtle way. My bedroom is actually painted Faro and Balls cooking apple green, and it's a beautiful, subtle, but delicate color that I think could work in a modern space or a more traditional one. So it's something worth considering in your home if you like that. Green is a great color, but I'm also seeing people love it for things like rugs and upholstery, sofas and chairs. And this is one of those things where you have to be careful about the colors you select, but it's hard to go wrong with green because it's always something people like. Even if you went for that emerald color velvet sofa, people still love them and people are still looking for them. So sometimes these tones, like a green, is very classic no matter what you find it in. As long as it's not neon, people are always going to be interested in it. At least they will, in my opinion. Now, I think green is great for upholstery and seating because it does feel very warm, but it's not a neutral tone. And I guess it is a neutral, but it's not a neutral because it's something from nature, but it's not brown, it's not tan, it's not white. It's green and you can have so much fun with it. I think it's great. These moody, dustier, sagey type tones are beautiful in a home and definitely make it feel luxurious, but peaceful and tranquil and relaxing. If you want your home to feel like an oasis, you gotta have a little bit of that natural color reference in there, and these tones are some of the best ones. And I love, 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 love a muted green tone. And I think you can have fun mixing different green tones together. You can have something that's punchy and fun and vibrant. Maybe that's an accent pillow or a piece of artwork. And then you can have something a little more muted like your rug or a chair, for example. I think these tones are really great and something worth considering. It's a viral trend, but it's been around for a while, so maybe it's more than that, or maybe it's just a viral trend. What do you think? Share with me because I need to hear from you. Channel tufting is another great trend. People loved, regular button tufting. And then we kind of got into this phase where people were like, oh, it's glam, it looks cheap, I don't like it. I disagree. I think tufting looks great and I like it. But, it was very, very, very popular and a little overplayed. So I'm glad we're pulling back on that now because the pieces of tufting that I have are going to be, very classic or whatever and not be overwhelmed online. But channel tufting is essentially just lines, and they're either vertical or horizontal lines, and they're, in their lines. And I think that's really great because this has a good reference into modern design, into contemporary design, but it also has a traditional reference. And that's one of the biggest trends I'm seeing really, is that traditional reference point. Channel tufting is a reference to Art Deco, which is one of the first modern interior design styles out there. I think it's beautiful to have that reference point in your home because it always makes a space feel very classic, very elegant, very polished. Everything shouldn't be modern and everything shouldn't be contemporary. You want a strong mix of all of these design styles happening in your space in whatever way that means for you. And for some people, that traditional reference will be through channel tufting, and I think that's great. I like this for headboards. I'm seeing this a lot on accent chairs. And like I said, it has that Art Deco reference, so it always feels very timeless and very classic. And I think this is a trend that's here to stay. I keep saying like classic and elegant, but that's what I think it is. I think it's tasteful, I think it's refined, and I think that's beautiful. I think one of the biggest trends that is taking over social media has to do with rugs. And we really liked, you know, vintage rugs for a while there, like a vintage Turkish rug. I love, 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 love. I have multiple of them in my home because I think they're beautiful. I love the age and the character there, and there's nothing like a hand-woven rug that has some beautiful features and detail to it. But right now, what is trending the most on social media as far as rugs are concerned are muted tones and geometric shapes. And I'm talking about in the pattern of the rug. We're seeing diamonds, we're seeing like a window pane pattern. I'm also seeing just kind of blocks or lines or dashes in a symmetrical fashion. I think it's okay. It's not what I would do in my home. I don't personally care for that. I would much rather see either a vintage Turkish rug that's got some great detail to it, or I'd rather see just a solid rug, maybe using some luxury materials like a wool or a silk. I think that looks more expensive, more luxurious to me than some of these geometric rugs. But if you like a little bit of that rustic character, if you're looking to layer something in, if you've got a very neutral space, that can really work for you, having that geometric shape there, because it brings another layer, another detail into your space that you might need. Like I said, I don't personally love it. It's not the number one thing I'm looking out for in my home, but when it comes to everybody else's house, if that's what you need, I think it can actually look really good. I'm glad that we're seeing it trending because it means it's out there. It means it's available. And that's the good part about a trend. If it's something you like, something you need or want, you want to be able to get it. And when something's not trending, it's not as popular, so you don't see as much of it. These geometric rugs, they're good. They're great. I'm seeing a lot of natural woven fibers and these kind of checkerboard patterns. That's cool and fun also. I think there's a lot out there, and you could go through hundreds and hundreds of pages of rugs on some of these websites, and I think that's also really fun when you have a lot of options. Just think about what you're looking for. Maybe you look up what else you have in the space and see what rugs have paired beautifully with that in someone else's home to kind of limit your search field. And I think that will guide you into finding the right rug for your space. Be sure you share with me what you feel about all of these trends now that you know my opinions on them, but let me share with you 5 trends I would never bring into my home. Be sure you check out this video right over here, and I will see you over there.